Guys, in this video with the 94 Ford Ranger, we're going to be putting the sending unit in, fuel pump. Then we're also going to do a check on the gauge, make sure it works, and then at that point we're going to crank it up, make sure the engine works fine. And so let's get started. We're going to get ready to stick this here sending unit in the tank. So this is a brand new unit, so I want you guys to see what we have here as far as resistance. This will be a reference for you guys for a brand new unit, or if you want to check the one that's in your existing sending unit. Right now the float is all the way down. We got 17.7 ohms. Now I'm going to raise the float up, okay, all the way up. We got 161, okay, all the way down, about 17. Okay, guys, let's get ready. Let's get ready to put the sending unit in here. First thing I'm going to do is going to take this here hose. I'm going to hook it up to the vent valve. All right, now he's done. All right, here's our gasket. I'm going to put a little bit of Vaseline on here. Kind of keep this thing in place. It's got a little groove down in here that this thing will fit in. Okay. He looks good to me. Take a note. We got a notch. We got a notch right here, and we also have a notch here that we're going to have to line up to get this here sending unit in. Okay, carefully getting this here down in there. Alright, slowly turning it around, and I do not want that gasket to slip. Now we're trying to find these notches, and it just fell down in. Gasket looks good. Okay, got the lock nut. And I put a little bit of Vaseline on the threads there, just a little thin layer. And to hold this down, I don't want this gasket to slip on me. And it's in the notches. Another thing too, remember the notches I was talking about? Here's your arrows for that to line the notches up. Another thing you can look at, see how the arrow points over here to this dipple? And you also have this arrow right here, it's pointing down to this dipple. Just another kind of thing to help you line it up. But you'll feel it when it drops down into the notch. Okay? So let's get our tool here. Let's put him on there. Just a snug, not tight. That's good enough. Okay. Now, you'll get, when you get your fuel pump, you should get new clips here. Pick any spot. This is the way it was, so I just stuck it in. Just take it and stick it in. You can notice that this tail end is to the back. Now I'm going to take a little bit of engine oil. I'm just going to coat it. Help the O-ring a little bit. Slides on and it locks. Okay, this one right here,
goes to the back. Remember, black goes on the supply line. And I think I'll stick him right in these two holes. It doesn't matter. All these holes are symmetrical all the way around. Just push it in. You're gonna have to open it up, let it go through the other side. Okay. Again, a little bit of oil. And airlock. Okay. Now when you get your fuel pump, you're going to notice it's got a lot of grease in here. It's already there, ready for you. Okay. This is all okay. That's been cleaned. Let's take it, line it up. Push it straight down. Now I did a little bit of testing on here, so let me get him plugged back up in there. Get them in there. Okay. Alright, now he's done. Got a filler pipe hose now. We're going to put that on. And by the way, we've already put the gasoline back in the tank. Done a check. Make sure the sending unit works, the gauge works, so everything's fine. So now we're going to go ahead and put this on here. I'm going to put a little bit of Vaseline around here. Make it a little bit slippery. Slide on. Okay. Alright. That looks good to me. Now, see if we can get a hose clamp down. Oh, that joker's got to open up some more. Okay, let's see, it looks about right there. Alright, just doing a follow-up here on lining it up. If you remember, it was 7 3/4, and this looks pretty good to me. So I'm just going to leave it right there. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to crank it up now. We're going to check for leaks, make sure everything looks fine. Just so you can see it over here. Fuel gauge is it's right on a 1/4 tank right now. So that looks good. So what I'm doing is I'm going to prime it, get the lines filled up, turn it on, run about a couple of seconds, turn it off, wait a few seconds for the timer and the PCM to reset, then go back, let's do it again. Okay, a few more seconds, and we'll do it one more time. Okay, now we'll go ahead and we'll crank this thing up. We're going to go back to the back. We're going to look and see if there's any leaks back. Okay, everything looks good. No leaks. Gauge works fine now. And so this will conclude this here video. Next video, we'll put the bed back on. And this here, when we get the bed back on, that'll be the last video. So that'll take care of this here video series. So anyway, we see you guys in the next shot, and I appreciate you guys watching.